Some jobs are dangerous, but one profession risks life and reputation every single day to keep the world moving. Most people have never even heard of them. Deep in the waters of San Francisco Bay, massive ships glide through narrow channels, sometimes in near-zero visibility, with swells tossing their hulls and currents shifting unpredictably. Guiding them safely requires a combination of extreme skill, decades of experience, and nerves of steel. This is the world of the San Francisco Bar Pilots, an elite corps responsible for moving tens of thousands of tons of cargo, protecting fragile ecosystems, and preventing disasters that could cost millions of dollars or even lives. Today you will witness exactly what makes this job one of the most perilous and essential professions in the world. Stick around to discover why these pilots are the silent guardians of the Bay. San Francisco Bay is deceptive. At first glance, it looks calm, but beneath the surface lurks a labyrinth of sandbars, shallow channels, and hidden currents. Ships of colossal size, sometimes over 1,300 feet long and weighing tens of thousands of tons, navigate through narrow passages that leave mere feet on either side. Fog can reduce visibility to almost nothing, while sudden storms whip waves into walls of white water. A single misjudgment could send a vessel aground or into infrastructure. This is not a job for hesitation. Every action must be immediate, precise, and correct. Every shift is a battle against forces that can change in seconds, proving that the Bay is as unforgiving as it is vital. Bar pilots are not ordinary sailors. They are seasoned mariners, trained to handle the largest vessels under the harshest conditions. Their knowledge extends beyond navigation, and they understand tides, wind patterns, underkeel clearance, and local hazards that would confuse even experienced captains. These pilots operate with surgical precision, knowing when to accelerate, turn, or stop a ship that weighs more than 150,000 tons. For most people, these ships are unknowable, but for bar pilots, every movement is calculated and every variable anticipated. Their expertise turns a potentially catastrophic commute into a controlled, orchestrated passage, demonstrating a rare mastery over machines and nature alike. The term bar pilot originates from the treacherous sandbar, stretching offshore from the Golden Gate. In 1850, during the California Gold Rush, shipwrecks surged as inexperienced captains struggled to navigate these waters. The state created a dedicated group of expert mariners to ensure safe passage into the bay. Since then, bar pilots have protected ships, cargo, and the environment for over 170 years. While the ships have grown larger and navigation technology has improved, the essence of the work remains the same: extreme skill, unwavering vigilance, and the responsibility of life and property in every maneuver. Perhaps the most perilous moment is the transfer from pilot boat to ship. Rope ladders sway against steel hulls, waves toss small boats like toys, and the wind can reach speeds exceeding 50 knots. A single mistake could mean falling into freezing waters or being crushed between two massive structures. These transfers happen 24/7 in fog, rain, and stormy seas. Despite advanced technology, nothing replaces the pilot's courage and skill during these moments. Precision is a matter of survival. Each boarding is a high-stakes dance, repeated hundreds of times, where hesitation is deadly and timing is everything. Once aboard, the pilot commands a vessel that behaves like a moving city. Massive cargo ships cannot stop instantly, and turning requires anticipating distance, momentum, and external forces. Currents, wind, and other traffic demand constant recalculations. Bridges, shallow waters, and narrow channels provide no margin for error. The world often overlooks this invisible guidance, yet it safeguards billions in cargo, thousands of lives, and critical infrastructure. Mistakes can trigger catastrophic events, such as collisions or grounding, which not only damage ships but also disrupt supply chains. The pilot's decisions are final and immediate, a constant test of skill under pressure. The bay demands extreme accuracy. Underkeel clearances, bridge heights, and tidal changes are never theoretical. They are real obstacles with immediate consequences. Pilots calculate, predict, and adapt constantly. Executing maneuvers for vessels longer than the Empire State Building is tall. Any miscalculation can scrape hulls, topple containers, or block shipping lanes. There are no retries. Unlike most professions, every decision is final, and stakes are immense. Experience becomes the only currency, turning decades of skill into precise execution. This combination of knowledge, anticipation, and calm under pressure is what separates a bar pilot from any ordinary mariner. Bar pilots are not only stewards of shipping, they are also stewards of the bay itself. The region is home to marshlands, shorelines, and wildlife that can be devastated by improper navigation. Pilots calculate courses and timing to minimize environmental impact, balancing commerce with preservation. Every maneuver accounts for the fragile ecosystem, ensuring that billions of dollars in trade do not compromise the natural environment. These pilots operate as silent guardians, maintaining a delicate equilibrium where one misstep could harm biodiversity or pollute the waters. Their work demonstrates that immense human activity can coexist with ecological protection when guided by skill and foresight. The bay is unpredictable. Fog appears in seconds, storms whip waves into walls, and currents shift violently. Pilots must anticipate every environmental change, adjusting speed, rudder, and course continuously. There is no room for error. Even small misjudgments can strand a ship, damage infrastructure, or endanger lives. Extreme conditions are routine, not exceptions. The bay is alive, constantly challenging those who navigate it. Pilots learn to read the water as if it were a language, understanding patterns, signals, and subtle shifts invisible to most eyes. Their mastery is a dialogue between human skill and natural forces, executed under relentless pressure. Shipping lanes, bridges, and ports form a complex puzzle. Pilots act as unseen traffic controllers, coordinating every movement with precision. Communication with other vessels, tugboats, and port authorities ensures smooth passage. Mistakes can cause collisions, environmental damage, or costly delays. Ships carrying millions in goods depend entirely on this guidance. The pilot's work is a combination of prediction, planning, and split-second adaptation. Despite being mostly unseen, their decisions ripple through global trade, highlighting the often overlooked importance of this profession. Every maneuver affects not only a single ship, but the efficiency and safety of an entire maritime ecosystem. The moment a pilot climbs a rope ladder onto a massive vessel is the most physically and mentally demanding part of the job. The pilot boat sways violently beneath them, waves pitch the target ship unpredictably, and wind can gust to deadly speeds. Every boarding requires split-second timing and flawless execution. Despite modern safety equipment, the work depends entirely on skill and nerve. Each successful transfer is a triumph of preparation, instinct, and courage, repeated hundreds of times across a pilot's career. This ritual demonstrates the unique blend of human determination and technical precision that defines the profession, proving that survival and efficiency are inseparable. Once on board, the pilot takes control of the enormous vessel, responsible for every movement. Decisions must account for speed, momentum, current, wind, and other ships. Even minor miscalculations can result in scraping hulls, dropping cargo, or triggering chain reactions in shipping lanes. The largest container ships require hundreds of meters to turn or stop. Every action is deliberate. Every command carries massive consequences. The work demands constant focus, quick adaptation, and an intimate understanding of the vessel and environment. Each pilot transforms potential chaos into orchestrated movement, proving the extraordinary skill required to command ships that are effectively floating cities. Precision is the currency of the bay. Pilots calculate underkeel clearance, tidal shifts, and channel depth while adjusting for environmental conditions. Even the slightest error can have disastrous results. Unlike other professions, mistakes are irreversible. Ships do not pause for reconsideration. The largest vessels, hundreds of thousands of tons in displacement, respond slowly to commands, magnifying consequences. Pilots rely on decades of experience, technical knowledge, and calm judgment to navigate these challenges. Mastery. Here is not just skill. It is the ability to anticipate, react, and execute under immense pressure, where every decision carries life, property, and ecological stakes. Beyond navigation, pilots safeguard sensitive ecosystems. Marshlands, shorelines, and wildlife habitats are vulnerable to human error. Pilots integrate ecological awareness into every maneuver, adjusting course and timing to minimize impact. Trade and environmental protection coexist only because these experts maintain a delicate equilibrium. Their work ensures the bay remains viable for both commerce and wildlife, proving that human industry can operate responsibly alongside natural preservation. Each vessel guided carefully demonstrates the intersection of technical mastery and environmental stewardship, with every decision influencing the bay's long-term health. Bar pilots keep the economy moving. Over 8,000 ships pass through Northern California ports each year, carrying billions of dollars in goods. Delays or accidents can ripple through supply chains, disrupting commerce locally and globally. Pilots ensure efficiency, safety, and timeliness, coordinating with port authorities and crews. Their expertise prevents costly mistakes, maintains trade flow, and supports local and international economies. The profession is invisible to most, yet indispensable. Each perfectly executed maneuver contributes to a complex system that fuels industries, stores, and consumers alike, highlighting the high-stakes nature of every decision a pilot makes. The work of bar pilots often goes unnoticed, yet their role is critical. They balance danger, precision, environmental protection, and economic responsibility every day. One miscalculation can cause disasters, as seen in the 2024 Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse in Baltimore, illustrating the consequences of navigational failure. These pilots transform risk into safety, chaos into order, and uncertainty into reliable outcomes. Every vessel guided, every maneuver executed, is a testament to skill, courage, and vigilance. They are the silent heroes of the bay, ensuring commerce, safety, and environmental protection coexist seamlessly. Their profession is proof that human expertise can command immense challenges without fail. If you want to uncover more hidden worlds where skill, danger, and precision collide, subscribe now. Never miss the next deep dive.